What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video. Today we're going to be talking about the changes that are being made on the game, and there is a lot of them, so make sure that you like and subscribe before we get too far into it and you forget. Now, a lot of you guys that watch my channel, you watch it a lot. I put out videos all the time. I promote playing the game without spending a whole lot of real money. Okay, so all legitimately without spending a whole lot of real money. Now, most people, by the time they come across my videos, they end up in a situation where they've needed to restart because their city is just too far, you know, it's leveled up too far to the point where what it would take to get it to be presentable or even possible to prevail in any, like, you know, good way without having to spend a lot of money and suffer and need feeder cities and everything else, it's just too much work. And so for those of you who don't know, before any pass goes out, I usually advise people to restart if it's something where their city needs restarted. At the beginning of the pass is the best time to do that so that you can start off fresh. If you haven't already, make sure that you watch the Max Everything Out in 90 Days video. It's probably like 4 videos below this one. That is an excellent video. It shows the results of the Missy's Building Guide from all of you players who have done it. And if you were not featured in that video and you would like to be in the next one, make sure that you jot down your stats and make sure that you mark your milestones of when you were able to max this out and that out by following my guide. Okay, so now that we've got all that taken care of, you've liked, you've subscribed, all that good stuff, let's get into the changes that are being made with this pass, and there's a lot of them. You're going to have to be patient with me. I won't have a video up about the contest until after this one is over, because I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I have to play through it first before I can give you guys any real true advice, so follow along the way that you always would, and then watch for any updated videos in between, because I will do my best to keep you guys informed. Okay, so first thing is this yellow icon on the top right corner of my screen. This was not here yesterday, and it is here today. This was possibly in your city for the last couple of months. It's something that they give to people at random, and all it is a spend money to EA button. Okay, so basically it takes you to the screen that Sims Cash button would bring you to. It's just a bigger button. Okay, the next thing is the monster. You will be allowed to purchase this in terms of speeding it up to bring him back, same way you would a flight. However, it's a lot of money, and as long as that assignment is in your list worth less than 2,000 points, you should not touch it. Okay, still do not touch it. I know that somebody in my group had sent me a screenshot, and it was 2 days away and they wanted $105. However, this is beneficial to players who are only waiting, let's say, maybe 10 hours or something, and let's say they get a war assignment, right? Like a launch war or a war deliveries assignment. They're not in war, and it's a really high assignment, then that makes this possible, which is a huge benefit for you guys. Okay, so make sure that you use that to your advantage, but don't overdo the monster assignment just because you can pay. It doesn't make sense. As it's always in your list, it's just going to keep coming back. You'll end up spending all of your cash, and then you'll be in a situation where basically where you're spending an obscene amount of money on this stupid monster, and then whatever you win is basically already been spent. Okay, the next change is the war cards. They are allowed to be maxed out at level 20 now. So, I don't know. I mean, to me, I see good and bad with this, okay? Or I don't really see bad with it. I just see it makes it a little more enticing to hackers, but I mean, if people are going to hack, they're going to hack anyway, you know? But it is more beneficial to them for sure, for EA for sure, because a lot of people that play War, they are the people that are willing to spend a lot of money on the game. Usually they're the type of people that thrive on instant gratification. They're competitive. They don't care that they're not benefiting from the war. All they care about is the big numbers and winning, right? Usually those players are also the players who care a lot about the population being really high. They don't care about efficiency. They care about victory. Big difference, okay? I don't care to blow up my entire inventory's worth of items and all my hard work and time simply to have some big number on my screen and a stupid thing that says victory. You know, to me that doesn't matter. I like to see, like, hey, all of this time wasn't wasted. It went somewhere. I was able to make a beautiful city. I was able to prevail. I was able to do good. That's where I see the most benefit. Everybody's different. Everybody plays this game for different reasons. So the level 20 war cards, for you guys who are playing for efficiency, it's a little bit of a benefit to you, because now you guys can continue to use those limited assignments a little longer, because you'll be able to upgrade those war cards even further. The only issue is that when you get to a point where your war cards are at level 15 or 20 or whatever, is usually very expensive. Okay, so doing that 3,000 point assignment and spending, 200 keys to upgrade one stupid war card is usually not something that a lot of people want to spend their keys on, nor do I blame them. That's a lot of keys to upgrade a card for somebody who's going for efficiency rather than victory. Who gives a shit if you have a level 20 war card if you don't play war? So it is a benefit, but it's not a benefit. So don't just assume like, oh yay, I have all of these new levels, I can add up all these cards and all is well. Just know that they are very, very, very expensive once you start reaching those levels. Okay. The next thing that's changed with the contest is assignment streaks. So basically the gist of what I've understood about this from reading the FAQ section. So basically that section is right here. You click on your mayor's tower, you hit FAQ, and that basically is that the game is going to randomly award you guys assignment streaks. If you complete all the assignments within the streak, you get the bonus points. If you don't complete them and you fail, then you don't get the bonus points. I don't know if that means that you don't get the points or if that just means the bonus points. We won't know more about that until the contest of mayors begins. However, my best advice to you guys is to proceed with caution. If you're somebody who is not camping, then it's okay. But if you're camping, be very careful, because I don't know if they take away your points and count those assignments used against you. I don't know how it works yet, and I won't know more until the assignment begins. So use these, proceed with caution, okay? Do not level up simply for the stupid assignment streak. That's what EA wants. They want you guys to level up, put yourself in a position where you're unable to be efficient, and then what that means is you spend money, okay? Don't fall for it. It's not worth it. Now, lucky for a lot of you guys who started the Missy's Building Guide months ago, many of you guys are sitting on a very, high amount of cash. Your game is already maxed out. Everything is good. You guys are doing excellent. So even if you were to do every wrong thing from here on out, you would still be better off than 90% of players who leveled too quickly. Now, that being said, let's get into the level 15 pass here. It is a Rome theme, okay? Romanian holiday. The next pass, pass level 16 or whatever, not level, but pass 16, is so much better than this pass. It's kind of like an amusement park thing. There is a preview of it on our Facebook page. We try to keep you guys with all the updated information. So if you want to join our Facebook page, type in SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne and let's get into the pass. Now, this pass I'm not super excited about, but it's honestly not the worst thing in the world. It does feature a really cobblestone, like gray cobblestone style theme, which is kind of why, or I'm assuming why, they brought out these new roads. Okay, so you will have the cobblestone street. These roads do not need upgraded. They are a one-time purchase. However, they are $10,000 per 1 unit of road, which makes them more expensive than these roads all the way maxed out. So if you take this road from start to finish, before the Omega, of course, it's $7,500 per 1 unit. This one is $10,000 per 1 unit. Okay, so it's still cheaper to build these. Now, for those of you who don't have your roads set up to never need upgraded again, make sure you watch that video. You should not be paying for road upgrades, okay? There is a way around it. Your happiness will not drop, but you need to type in never upgrade roads again, and then type MissyAnne after it, and you'll see the video. Okay, so back to the level 15 pass. As you can see here, it is in silver. The little icon is in silver. That means that I have not purchased the premium yet. Nobody has, right? But for those of you who were wondering why the icon color changes, that just means which pass that person has. So if you're looking at somebody else's screen, like when you click on their profile, you can see if they've purchased the pass or not based on what color it is. Okay, so as every pass, it starts off with the 3,000 coins for level 1. Now we have this building here. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's nothing glamorous to me, in my opinion. I don't care much for it. Moving on to the next one, you get 100 cash, which isn't, you know, a bad deal. I always recommend buying the premium pass because it really is worth the $4.99. However, most of the time we get side passes. So what I recommend people do is start your mayor's week up when you first start the pass off, earn as many points as you can without purchasing the pass. And then what you can do is you can save certain, you know, obviously you save certain levels of the pass for certain assignments. Like, for example, if you were to wait to purchase it, you'd be able to collect the dozer and leave the Neo-Simoleons for an assignment because you wouldn't have purchased it. You'd be able to collect the top half of the pass. Or, you know, you'd be able to collect the 20 cash but not collect the regional Simoleons. So it really just depends on you and how you want to go about it. But basically, you can, once you buy the pass, you get all of the previous levels, okay? So you don't have to buy the pass if you're afraid you're not going to be able to finish it. Don't be, because you only need like 75,000 a week to finish it, and then you have a double points week at the end of the contest. So it's really, really, really easy to finish the pass as long as you're consistent. Okay, so the next thing here, this to me is hideous. I don't care much for it. It's only a 20% pop boost. I could see, you know, doing some kind of a display with the castle walls and things and how it could look cool, but the building in itself to me is hideous. Moving on to the next thing here, this is a, you hold down on it, tells you it's a city expansion deed. What this means is when you collect this, this will be your next form of payment when you go to unlock your land. So if you're somebody who has dozer that you would like to use first, do not collect this until you're ready to use it. If you are somebody who has all of your land already unlocked and you collect this, then what will happen is when you unlock your regional map, you will have all of those deeds saved up and you'll be able to use them when you get your regionals. So don't think that you're not benefiting from those rewards. You still get them, you just get them later. Okay, so the next thing here is the dozer, 3 times each. If you're somebody who is not working on land, I always tell people don't sell your rares to global. I think it's highly disrespectful to the people within your club. In my opinion, a club should operate as a team and help each other out, trade with each other, And when you have things like Dozer that are hard to get already, and you just sell them to the global market, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting your teammates. You could have benefited by trading those for something of more use to you, like storage or even VU. And instead, you just decided to toss them off for a couple hundred coins, you know. The people in your group, I'm sure there's somebody in your group that would have loved to have purchased those. So I always recommend, you know, selling them to your teammates, trading them, things like that. Now, if you're somebody who does sell them to global, then my guess is you're probably just somebody who doesn't play the game very well to begin with. But there's always somebody out there that's going to do the stupid thing, and then that comes to my next tip, and that is always watch the side passes and the pass, because you can determine what the global market is going to be like based on what is in the pass. So we know that at the start of the week, so tonight when the contest of mayors begins, we know that hitting the first 4 levels is super fast and easy. So within, I'm going to say 20 to 30 minutes of the contest beginning, start searching global for Dozer, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of it out there, because a lot of stupid people sell it. So for those of you guys who are needing to get those land unlocks done, you know, before you hit Mega, or if you're in Mega and hurting to get them done, search global. Anytime you guys see a side pass, okay? Anything that you see within that side pass, you're going to start to see a lot more of it on the global market. Now, the 5,000 Neo-Simoleons, below that, if you're a higher level player, you can save that for one of your assignments. The 20,000 coins, you guys can save for a coins assignment, although you normally don't do this as it is a last rotatable option. But, you know, usually people aren't hurting too much on coins, especially if you play the Missy's Building Guide. So you can just leave it sit. These are 3 of 12 randomly selected war items, and then the plus 10 bonus storage. So basically this is a temporary storage. As many of you guys notice, at the end of each pass, you lose that temp storage and then you have to get it back. Okay, the next thing is platinum keys. These are very hard to obtain if you're not playing the Missy's Building Guide. People that play the Missy's Building Guide, they win Mega all the time, like weekly. So they're stacking up some pretty nice platinum keys. But for players who aren't following the Missy's Building Guide and don't win very often, these keys are very hard for you guys to obtain and should be spent wisely. Now, there's no assignment for them, so you can just collect these at any time as long as you don't have to worry about any accidental purchases. Now, the next thing is 20 cash. This, I usually try to hold off on collecting cash because I have a really big problem with accidental purchases, but I've gotten better at it now that I put the chat bubble above that button. However, because they stuck a big button on the right hand side, it's going to be even more of a pain in the butt. Okay, so the next thing is the regional simoleons, the piggy bank. I always tell people with regional maps to save these because it will help you with those annoying regional coins assignments. Now, it's a random one. But what I've noticed is if I travel to the map in which I want the coins to match, more often than not always, but more often than not, it does give me the map that I'm sitting at. Could be total coincidence, I don't know. But I usually do it just to see if it helps. I don't know. I have no proof that it does or does not help. It just seems like more often than not, it does honor in my favor when I'm at the map that I want those coins for. Now, as stated before, the same thing with the deeds is the same thing with the regionals. So when you follow the Missy's Building Guide, you're not unlocking regionals right now, and what ends up happening is you guys get all these regional coins from your pass, from side passes, and things like that. So what happens is when you finally do unlock these regional maps, you're going to have all of these currencies available to you, which is going to be awesome because you guys will be able to purchase your regional storage facility the moment you hit the population requirements to do so, which is super easy. You'll be able to purchase that right away, and you'll be able to purchase as many regional trees as you can, and hotspots, you'll be able to upgrade those up. So a lot of you guys are going to be set. The moment that you hit level 30, you're going to have a ton of Simoleons stacked up, so you can get your services, at least 2 of each right away. That's how many CPT was able to purchase. But I mean, it's just, you're basically stacking up regionals, Simoleons, deeds, all of these things you're stacking up for when you do finally unlock regional maps. You'll be able to benefit from all of these rewards that you've been getting from each and every pass. So they're not being wasted, okay? I've had a lot of questions about that. All right, the next building here is this thing. This thing to me is not very good looking. I don't know if I just don't like these style buildings or what, but to me they just don't look very good. Now, this here is your War Simoleons. These ones, I recommend people buy jackpots, especially if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, because you guys are going to want to earn as many points as possible to get as many cards as possible to be able to do those assignments. Okay. Let's see. Moving on, we've got the walls. Now, these are expensive when you have to purchase them, so it is nice that they give you some for free, but the trouble is they don't give you enough to do anything substantial, so you end up in this situation where you basically have to purchase some anyways. But I mean, it's decent. It's an okay reward, especially if you're somebody who likes to use the walls. The tokens, okay, now these, you can only collect 35 tokens when you're collecting them off the top of your buildings. So what I usually do is I hold off on collecting the tokens from the pass so that I can continue to collect the ones on top of the buildings. Okay? Otherwise, you end up in this situation where you have to burn through a bunch of tokens in order to start collecting the ones on the top of the houses. So the game allows you to have more than 35 tokens, but it only allows you to collect the ones on the top of the buildings to a point of 35. All right, the Wonka tickets, these things here, golden tickets. These are used to add assignments at the end of your tasks. So basically, if you're in Mega, you can pretty much assume that you're going to use all 15 tickets. But basically, what you're doing is you're adding additional assignments to secure your placement. Now, just a quick tip here for a lot of you guys. What ends up happening is you have a substantial lead on the people in second or third, and you stop at tickets, and it's a really bad thing to do. Because what ends up happening is you stop, they think, oh, he's out of assignments, they think they can pass you. And then they start to get closer to your score, and then all of a sudden you start adding points again. And now they're already too far in to say, well, I might as well stop now, so they go for it. Whereas if you would have continued to add points, they would have never even tried to match your score. They just said, well, screw it, I don't think I'm going to be able to win anyways, I'm just going to stop here and not waste my tickets. So, I mean, if it's me, the rule that I always follow is if you have a legitimate chance to win, take it. All in. Don't be an idiot and try to be skimpy with the tickets, okay? And only use tickets in Mega. Don't use them in any other league. It's not worth it unless you're somebody who has like 200 of them. Then it's whatever. But for you newer players who are following the Missy's Building Guide and you use my strategy for the contest, I highly recommend securing your placement 100%, and do so when you're able to do any assignment that comes your way. Okay, The next thing here is the beach deed. Same thing with the regionals. You know, you'll have it available to you. Then you have these lakes here. This is a nice thing. You know, you get 2 of them. They're like $60, so it's okay. I'm a big fan of water, so it's nice that they gave us a little bit. Mountain, same thing as before. You'll get those when you get there. The 60% off is for the $4.99. Okay, so it makes it like $1.99 or something. I usually wait to collect this one because until there's those Plum Bob points available, like for a side pass, I mean, and also for when I have the room for the VU, because I don't like to overflow my inventory. Then we've got the war cards for the comic hand. That I just collect right away because it's not going to go towards anything. It's not going to hurt anything to collect it. The next thing is the walls and the keys. Now, usually I hold off on collecting the keys until I either need to use them for something or I'm doing a key assignment. Storage. Now, this one is a really good one because a lot of people hurt for storage. If you're somebody who has a maximum storage, always try to help out your teammates with storage. I mean, storage is so important. Okay, so if you're selling storage on the global market, not to your teammates, that's like the worst thing you can do. That is one of the most important items within the game that you should be helping other people with, you know, and it, to me, doesn't make sense to sell them to just a total stranger on global when you could be helping out a teammate, as I was talking about with the dozer. But again, once you guys start to get in the zone of this part of the pass, saying that you're keeping up with everybody else, then you want to start checking the global market for when you see these items. Okay, this one actually looks kind of cool to me. I do like the water look up front. It's kind of hard to see it, you know, because they make everything so tiny. It would be really nice if they gave us a feature where we could kind of like zoom in and rotate the buildings around and inspect them. But I mean, basically I think it's decent. Could be better, but it's decent. Okay, the next one, this one is the one that I think I like the most, the Colosseum, and I think everybody does. I mean, it's a pretty popular building to begin with, but this would be the one that I would want. I think it would look good with the display, and probably my favorite of all of the buildings within this pass. Then you get a little bit more temp storage, some gold tokens, a gold war chest, which is totally random. Then you get some more Simoleons. Now, the mountain items, usually I hold off on collecting these until somebody within my group has a mountain assignment and asks for mountain stuff. Or if you guys are hurting for coins, then go ahead and collect them and put them up for sale. The next thing is another lake, some more war items, some more platinum keys, dozer, temp storage. This one here is the Mellow Bellow. You get 60 of them, which is a pretty good amount. Then you've got beach items, some more Wonka tickets. You can collect all of this stuff right away. You know, there's no assignments that are going to benefit from it. Then you have this building here. It's okay. It's, to me, again, it's nothing great. Then we've got this here. Now, these ones, I mean, I could see how they would look good in a display. I just don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. A lot of these it's going to come down to placing them down on your map and seeing how they look on your map. And then you get 2 more, you know, on the next one. So that'll be interesting. And then we've got a random, you know, common war card. Some more Simoleons. Seems like they gave us more than usual this time. doesn't it? I'd have to go back and look, but I don't remember getting quite this many Simoleons in the past. Okay, 15 more temp storage. So then we've got the 80,000 on the coins and the 15 keys. Now, I would save this, collecting this part of the pass for a keys assignment rather than just taking the 80 grand, unless you're somebody who's really hurting for coin. And in that case, you guys should watch my storage management video and my how to produce maximum coins. Okay, the next thing is some more Wonka tickets and 50 platinum keys. Then we get another 50 gold keys, which is, you know, again, nice. And now we have this thing here. And honestly, this one looks okay. My guess is it's going to be pretty large. So it'll probably be one of the main, like, attractions in your display is my guess. But it's one of the better looking ones so far. Now this one, it looks a lot like the one that we had a couple of seasons back. There's a building that looks almost identical to this in shape. Many of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I think mine is on my cactus map, but it's the little arch thing. I can't remember what pass it was, but it's the same one with all the buildings that kind of look like the old townhome. Okay, so this one, it's okay. You know, it'll probably look good, you know, maybe as like a front display. My guess is it'll probably be a building where you could put it on the front side of the road and still have it face you. I call those universal buildings. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it will. Okay, then we've got the 13 gold tokens, 1,400 cash, and 10,000 war simoleons. So, I mean, I am going to make sure that I finish this pass, but the season 16 pass is the one that I'm actually excited for. And just to show you guys a little preview of it, I will pull it up here in just a sec. Hold on. Okay, so this is our Facebook page. I will probably be changing the cover photo here pretty soon, but type in SimCity Buildit, MissyAnneYT, and send in an application, and then I will approve it, okay? I'll approve you guys in, the people that just recently applied to join. Okay, do not promote hacking, please, okay? Like, if you want to advertise hacking, there's plenty of other websites to do so. This group is not meant for that. If you see somebody commenting and harassing you for hacking, click report to admin on the comment and I'll be able to delete it and get rid of the person. Okay, so basically if you click on the page here, right here you'll see a bunch of buttons. They say announcements, topics, photos. The announcements section is whenever I make a post, I mark it as an announcement that it alerts you that there's a post that you should probably look at. And so usually it's whenever new guides come out or like videos, things like that, I mark it as an announcement. Now, if you just want to look at the photos that have been posted by everybody, then you click the Photos tab here. Now, most people, when they win, they post like, hey, you know, this is my first win, or this is my X amount win, or whatever. They say thank you, like, hey, you know, her guide works, things like that. So a lot of people say thank you. I appreciate it. It makes all the work that I do for you guys worth it when I see you guys winning. Okay, so Bree, she's in my group. She wins all the time. Tanya wins a lot. A lot of people win. But anyways, once I scroll through that, we'll get to the level 16 pass here. It's going to be kind of hard to see because this is all I have on it. But basically you can see there's a little Ferris wheel here. You can see there's some like amusement park style stuff. There's a fountain down here. They've got a pirate ship thing that It looks like that'll be on your beach. And then this is kind of like looks like a park with like a dinosaur bush or whatever is what it looks like to me. It's hard to tell. That one, the top left doesn't look as appealing, but all the others, they look pretty cool actually. So I'm excited for the season 16 pass. If you would like a better view of it, then join us on Facebook. You'll be able to see it, you know, in better view. But basically, we try to keep you guys up to date. This one was put out a while back. It's the pass that we just went through. Okay, so this here is one of the players in my group. She started 2 months ago. She's doing the Missy's Building Guide, and these are her accomplishments within the 2 months of following the guide. So again, you guys, for those of you guys who are thinking about restarting, absolutely get it done. I showed you guys how to use the cloning app. You guys can you know, have a feeder on your phone or whatever. So if you're Android, download Parallel Space, okay? And then when you go to your phone, you'll see your normal SimCity game here on your main screen. Then you'll pull up the app called Parallel Space. You'll open that app, and in that app, you clone any app. You can do Facebook, you can do Messenger, you can do whatever. And then what you'll do is you'll open it through Parallel Space, and it basically is like having two phones but on one screen. So you can open the game through Parallel Space and have, you know, your feeder city on one, and then open the game on your main screen and have your main city. So you don't have to have two different devices. You can play one city on two different, or you can play two cities on one device. So if you're Apple, I know there is cloning apps out there. I don't know which ones are the best. I've never messed with Apple. I mean, I do have an iPad, but it's broken. And with all of the stuff that I hear about Apple and people always complaining, I don't care to deal with that. So if you're Apple, I don't know how to help you, but if you're Android, download Parallel Space. It's an awesome application. Okay? All right, you guys, good luck. And again, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will definitely update you guys throughout the week with any changes that I feel you guys need to be aware of or any updates. Okay?